Here we have Carnage next to Carnage, and as you can see, he falls down.
Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews.
In association with NerdAddiction.com. Be sure to check out Marvel Addicts on Facebook.
Oh, hey, look, it's the Joker.
You suck. You're f***ing creepy. Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at another Marvel Legends figure. It's from the Venom wave. It's Carnage. So I found this at my local GameStop at the Greenwood Park Mall on the south side of Indianapolis, and I was like, what? And had to snatch it right up really quick. This is the first time I've seen this out in the wild. I'm a huge Carnage fan. I think the figure looks cool. I love the fact he's got the big axe on here. The Cletus Kasady head on it looks very, very creepy. And of course, he comes with a Build-A-Figure part for Monster Venom. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Carnage in the packaging, and I gotta say I like it. I like the white and the red and the black. This looks very cool. It's got the Venom logo down there. It says Carnage. We get the figure right here. It says Marvel Legends up there. We get the black suit Spider-Man logo up there. I guess it's the Venom logo? But nonetheless, it looks pretty cool. He's got his little axe in there. He's got the head for the Monster Venom. Side of the package has some really cool artwork of Carnage. Other side, well, that's the same artwork of Carnage. So yeah, just kind of a close-up. There's the little logo. There he is in there with his little Venom head and the Carnage head and Cletus Kasady and his little axe. And it says Venom Carnage. And then here is the artwork right there. Looking very, very cool. Definitely digging that. Back of the packaging, we've got the little write-up that we've been used to for years now with Marvel Legends, and then we get some pretty cool artwork here, and then it's got a little sub-box with the Cletus Kasady head. And then here we have all the other figures in the wave to build the Monster Venom. Now, just kind of a close-up really quick. If you want to pause and read this, there you go. You are more than welcome to. And then there's the image artwork. Very cool. Here are the other figures in the wave. I've already reviewed Venom and Spider-Ham and Pork Grind. The only other figures I need to get now are Typhoid Mary and Scream and Poison. And to be honest, these are all the figures I really, really want. The other figures I'm going to get just to build the Venom. Scream looks pretty cool. I will probably like her because I'm going to build the symbiotes. I think they'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, I really don't care about Poison, even though he has a symbiote. I just don't care for the character. And Typhoid Mary, I'm like, but I want them bath parts. So let's go ahead and get Carnage out of package and see what we think. So here we have Carnage out of the packaging, and I gotta say, I really do like this figure, even though it's pretty much a reissue of the first figure we had. Which, I guess, Venom was as well, but he had a different head sculpt, and he came with some different components, which is really just kind of the little tendrils coming up on his head, but he did have a head for Eddie Brock, so I don't know. This just seems more like a reissue than the other one did. So, some of the other things he comes with is the Carnage head, which is almost identical to the other Carnage head. I'll get into that when I do comparisons. And then he comes with the alternate hands here, and these are the same hands that he came with the first version of Carnage. He does have a couple other hands that are loaded on the figure when it comes out of the box, which I really like these better. Not that the other hands were bad, they're cooler, I think. And then he comes with Venom's head for Monster Venom, and that thing is really cool. I cannot wait to build this guy. Getting closer and closer. And of course, he's got Cletus Kasady's head on there, which is very, very nice. I am digging that. Now, as far as articulation goes, it's exactly the same as the first Carnage figure. He can look really far down with this head sculpt on. He can look really far up, which is nice. Arms are the same as any other Marvel Legends figure. They got a hinge there, they twist around, there's a twist at the upper bicep right there, double jointed elbow. He's got a twist at the wrist that also has a hinge. Now this axe hand does not have a hinge joint, so be careful of that. I wish this had more detail on it. It seems very bland out of the package, which is a bit unfortunate. He's got an ab crunch that can go down that far. He doesn't go up very far at all. He twists around right there. His legs kick up that far. They don't go back very far at all. They do kick outward like that. And then he's got a twist at the upper leg right there. He has a very tight double jointed knee, which is very cool. Twist at the upper boot. There's a hinge on his foot, and he's got that crazy ankle rocker pivot we love! With this being his widest possible stance, with both feet still flat on the floor. Now, of course, he does have an interchangeable head, so just kind of swap this head out here to see what it looks like with the actual Carnage head on there. There we go. I will say this figure's a lot better than the other one. It's not as wobbly. I mean, it is, but nowhere near like the legs aren't as wobbly as my first Carnage figure, which is nice. I do appreciate that. And let's see if we can get this guy to stand here. Like thus, and there he is with his Carnage head on. And this is very, very cool. I do like this Carnage better than I do the first one because, well, all of the new hand sculpting going on here. And I'll do a comparison to the other Carnage, but this one's definitely very cool looking. And to me, it's not Carnage unless you actually have the full symbiote head on. And that's just, I mean, that's the way it's got to be displayed. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, again, this is a redo of the first Carnage with some minor changes. I do like the paint on this one a little bit better. It's a little richer. It's got a bit more of a metallic sheen to it, which I definitely dig. Love all the little tendrils. The black striping is a little heavier than it was on the first one. Also, this one has flat eyes versus the metallic kind of pearlish color that the other one had, and there's a different stripe pattern on the top of the head, which is very, very strange. Yeah, overall, it's pretty much the same thing. It's got a darker tongue painted inside, which is fine. I don't mind that at all. Overall, I mean, it looks good. It's basically the same toy. Now, taking a closer look at the Cletus Kasady head sculpt, I really do like this head sculpt. It was nice to get this along with this reissue figure. Very well done. Love the detail in the eyes. It's got the crazy in the eyes. They're painted well. It's got the mouth. Face is done well. Love the hair. It could use some color texture in the hair, but the sculpt is great. I think this captures the comic book version of Cletus Kasady really, really well. The Venom one looked like Eddie Brock from the comics, but I don't know. There was something about it I just didn't like. This head sculpt looks really, really cool. However, I'm still going to display it with the Carnage symbiote face. I prefer that on my symbiotes than I do the human faces, but this is a great sculpt, no doubts. So taking a look at the midsection of the figure, again, the body sculpt is exactly the same as the Carnage we got before, but we get these new hand sculpts, which are very nice. I like the longer finger-bladed left hand, and he's got the axe that he uses quite a bit. I will say that the axe around the hand and the tendrils forming it look really cool, but then it just kind of blands out. It needed some kind of sculpting in there to give it just a little something extra, I think. That we're just kind of losing. And the top of the axe doesn't look quite as spiky as it does on the back of the package, but those are really just kind of nitpicks. It's really cool to see these accessories, and to be honest, I'd like to see these retooled again, maybe with a Spider Carnage figure. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, again, it's really exactly the same as we got before. The tendrils are even the same. It's got the same paint apps on it. The black stripes are just a little thicker on this version. And not even really thicker as they are heavier, it seems. I don't know, they're just slightly different, but it's the same design. I will say that this figure, the quality on this figure is definitely a lot better than my first Carnage figure. It's not as loosey-goosey. For comparison, Here we have Carnage next to Carnage, and as you can see, they're pretty much the same figure, but there are some minor differences. So the major difference between the two figures, this has a more rich, kind of a metallic sheen to it than this figure over here does. It's got this same pattern of black stripy paint that this figure has, but it seems this is a little thicker in the paint department, which gives it a little bit different look to it until you actually look and say, okay, it's the same pattern. It's just that this was painted a little thicker than this one was. All the tendrils are exactly the same. This one obviously has different hand sculpts. It comes with these hand sculpts to switch them out. But the major difference that I see between the two figures is in the paint on the head. This guy has more of a pinkish colored tongue. This has a darker red colored tongue. This guy has flat white eyes, and this one has more of a pearlescent look in the eyes than this one does, kind of metallic pearlescent. And unlike the body, this one has a different stripe pattern on the top of the head than this one does, which is kind of interesting because it's the same mold, it's just, I don't know, it's painted a little bit different. But I will say the joints on this figure is far superior than this one. So would that be the superior Carnage? Oh! See what I did there? So is the Cletus Kasady Carnage from the new Venom wave something that you want in your Marvels collection? Well, if you missed Carnage in the first release, this is a great way to get the figure, because it's pretty much the same figure, just some slight paint differences, and you get more accessories, so that's a huge bonus. If you're out to collect every Carnage figure, then you're probably going to want to pick it up. If you're building Venom, Monster Venom, then yeah, you definitely want to get this guy. But if you've already got the Carnage and you're not building Monster Venom, this could be an easy pass for you. I personally like it. We get the new hand sculpts, we get this nice head sculpt, we get the Venom head to build Monster Venom, so I was okay picking this up. I do think the quality on this figure is better than the first one. This one feels a lot more solid, and that might be just my personal Carnage figure that I got in the original batch. I like the paint on this one a little bit better because it seems richer, and it has a bit of a more metallic finish than the other one did, although I do think that the paint on the first figure, Symbiote head, looks better than this guy's. So I may swap that out to make the best looking Carnage I can. I don't know, but definitely digging the new hands. So there he is, Carnage from Marvel Legends.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.